Everybody, and welcome to this vlog of my 30-day anniversary of vlogging. Can you imagine how fast time flies? Like, where did all the time go? So how do I feel about vlogging? Okay, when I first started vlogging, I thought it was going to be fairly easy, where like you just take some videos, right? You just take out your camera and just shoot stuff and just put it together. That's it. No, it's not that easy. You have to plan your videos very wisely and make sure that they're in some coherent storyline, but mostly mine aren't. And after that, you have to stitch them together using a software which I use, Premiere Pro from Adobe. It takes me like 4 or 5 hours just to stitch a video together, and that's like on a good time. If I'm OCD, it can take up way longer than that. But if you want to vlog, be prepared for the time you have to spend on this thing. It's really time consuming. At the moment now, I'm pretty free, so I have the time to do this editing here and then, but if I were working full time, that would be a challenge. How do I feel about vlogging in public? Glad you asked. It's still a challenge for me. I find that I don't have the confidence to actually vlog in public, especially in like a shopping mall. For some reason, I just get the feeling that people will stare at me and say like rumors and stuff. But once you actually start doing it, like you just make the first move, yes, people will walk past by you. Like I've seen times where I was doing this and like people were just like, and I'm just like, and I'm looking at them saying, what? No, I didn't do that. I think people are actually curious about what you're doing, but they're gonna live their own life and walk by you without caring about you after that. So vlogging has made me more confident in myself, in presenting and making sure I speak properly, such as public speaking. Once you actually do this, you have to, otherwise people won't understand what you're saying. Location wise, I vlog in random places such as the park, my room, which is like the safest place, my haven. I don't do it much in the train. I find it's a bit too quiet to vlog there, and people will definitely kind of tell you to not talk that loud. The best part about vlogging, of course, is actually showing what your life can be and what your life is. I feel that I become more proactive when I do this, when I vlog, because it makes me want to go out to show that I'm actually living a normal life and I'm being a hermit in my house. And that's good, because if I were not vlogging, I would just stay at home. For example, I would go to festivals just to film this, even though I don't like going to festivals, but it's vlog material. And I push myself to come out of my comfort zone, to be at places where I normally wouldn't be. Try out new things, explore new places, try new food. Of course, the best part of vlogging is the food, where I go to restaurants or cafes to try food. If not, sometimes I wouldn't enter them. Also, friends make vlogs really interesting. At the moment now, I'm working, so I don't really get to hang out with my friends during the weekdays, but usually the weekends, if I can, I'll just grab a friend, because friends make your videos much more sociable and more fun. By myself, it can get quite boring, I really admit. I think I'm boring sometimes. I wish that I had friends like around me 24/7 that I can just call into my video. That's called slavery. As of now, my vlogs are comprised mostly of a few types, which you all have seen. The first one is the weekly daily vlogs. Okay, even though I say it's a weekly vlog, but I feel that it's mostly a daily vlog or a 2-day vlog, because that's when I'm most active, on Saturday and Sunday. I don't vlog that much on the weekdays, so what you see is usually what happens on the weekend. Besides that, I have table talk, which is what's happening now, where I have a conversation with you one-to-one about what's happening in my life, casually, and also more specific topics. The third type is where I do an actual scripted video about a certain topic, such as the eyesight simulation, which you all have seen about me without spectacles. And there's a fourth category coming up, which I'm going to release soon, but yeah, do wait for that. And it just occurred to me that after all this while, there's something I have not actually told you all, which is, why am I wearing spectacles and sometimes I'm not? The answer is, I'm actually wearing contact lenses. I don't wear soft lenses, which most people do. I wear the semi-hard lens, which is RGP, rigid gas permeable lenses. So these lenses are special because it helps to shape my eye and help to control the index of my eyesight to stabilize it. Otherwise, my eyesight would just get worse every year. Without these contacts, I would not have stabilized my eyesight. That solves the mystery of why sometimes you see me without specs and sometimes you don't see me with specs. How do I feel personally about vlogging? I actually look forward to vlogging. where I'm actually very keen to video what's happening in my life and edit them. I actually look forward to editing my videos, even though it's very time consuming. I may think it's a burden, but it's a good burden. I like doing this editing. In the long run, I'm not sure how long I would have this vlog. Hopefully I would have it for a few years and see how it goes, if I'm not too busy by then. The long-term project, I actually do intend to transform this channel to something other than vlogging, probably a specific topic. But for now, I'm just having it on adventure vlogs about food and etc. One day, when I actually think of a topic, it will become something more defined. Do let me know what kind of topics you think are interesting for me to try, and I'll try it out. So in January, I'll be going back to Malaysia, my country, and that will mean that I will vlog there and other places around there too. So don't be alarmed if you suddenly see the change in the environment where why does everything look so different? It's because I'm in a different country by then. And I'll show you Malaysian food. Just wait and see just how amazing Malaysian food can be. Thank you for joining me in my 1 month of vlogging journey. It's been a ride. I do intend to continue. I won't stop now. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel for more of my weekly vlogs and other material. And I'll see you all next time.